behind the scenes comedy. I make these episodes as I think of ideas that are relevant to the comedy business. So I thought of something this morning, and really, what I'm about to talk about really does not impact your comedy career. But if you're new and if you're sensitive and affects your attitude, then it can. So I'm just here to tell you you're not alone if you experience this, and teach you ways that you can get through this. Now, comedy, I think I mentioned before, not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna be your friend. As I mentioned, the whole comedy community is like a large city, and it's consists of like little tribes, little villages. You go to an open mic, not everybody's going to be your friend. It doesn't make a difference if you go up to people and say hello to them. A lot of them are not going to reciprocate. They're not going to come up to you next time and say. And I've talked about, but there's something else I didn't talk about. Not every MC is going to like you. Yes, it's extremely political, and there are a lot, not all of them, but a lot. You know what? I'd say at least half of them, maybe more. But I'm trying not to be prejudiced here. A lot of MCs they have their favorites, they have their cliques. They'll watch their friends' acts. They'll ask their friends to fill in for them when they're MCing. They'll listen to their friends' acts when they produce shows. A lot of these MCs produce shows. They'll handpick their friend, and it's not really based upon talent. It partly is, but a lot of it just politics. A lot of them just don't even want to say hello to you. They'll fist pump you because they have to, but that's it. If they see you sitting there, like they'll walk up, if they see their friend, they'll tap their friend on the shoulder, but they won't. You have to look them right now. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to say hello to you. There's just something about you they don't like. Not everybody can mix. And I just wanted to share, some of my experiences with MCs, because of a lot of them are hypocritical. They'll encourage you to act in a certain way, but they don't really mean it. A lot of people in comedy will give you a false sense of hope, but they don't really mean it. Like I knew a comic one time at the open mics. He used to say, "Steve K, coming to you're a genius, coming to New York City. My friends would love you. Oh, Steve K, if I saw you selling tickets on the street, I would be laughing my ass off." This guy's a famous, I'm sure he totally forgot about me. I can't even email him. I can't even follow him because he got so famous. And other examples of that, other comics coming up to me at open mic saying, everybody loved you, but I asked to be put in this show. They don't put me in this show. But I wanted to focus on the MCs. I had an MC years ago. These individuals ran open mics. And I remember in the beginning when I first started going on stage, I was very shy. I was very nervous. I was very uptight. Probably no one laughed. And then after I went up on stage, the MC, he goes, "When somebody isn't funny, that's what we take over. And we bring up the momentum for them. We bring up the energy," putting me down. And I have no recourse because I already did my set. So I started doing crazy shit. I started sitting at home and thinking about crazy scenes from movies like John Belushi and Animal House and acting it out. And I remember going up on stage and the guy's like, I like it. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to break out. But then all of a sudden, after a few months, he just became a dick and he stopped talking to me. And then when I was banned, I admit, I got banned from the open mic. I did some damage. I paid out of my pocket. But this guy, he couldn't even come up and tell me that I'm banned. He had one of his friends tell him. He wouldn't even come up. Like he was like a consigliere, like a godfather, like I'm too below him. A lot of these MCs, they think they're above you. They think they're above you in the hierarchy. Some of them go to other open mics and they go up to the other MCs and they look at the list of them like they're co-managers, co-managing a sign-up list, or they'll criticize what you're doing. They don't like it, and then when you try to go to their open mic, they'll tell you, "Don't try to do that here." They think they're above you. They think they're middle management. But another example, another MC, I could tell the guy doesn't like me. he doesn't like me bringing my trumpet. I'm a musician. He doesn't like me bringing my trumpet to open mic, so I don't bring it. I stopped doing it, and every time I go up on stage, right before he introduced me, he goes, Steve K. He goes, I want to thank you for not bringing your trumpet around. We have there's other music mics that you can go to, but they don't see him a guitarist, or he just doesn't like me. I don't know why. Maybe he's threatened me. Maybe he doesn't think I'm appropriate. I don't know, but then I stopped playing the trumpet. Then he criticized me for being too loud. Now he's saying, oh, I like it better when you play the trumpet. You're quieter. Well, he doesn't like me. I'm just telling you about the politics. And the point is, don't let the politics get to you. Don't let the favoritism. Yes, if certain MCs have certain rules, I know it's a control thing. I don't think it's fair. It's not their bar, but you gotta work with them. But you just gotta, don't change who you are. Be who you are and be in competition with yourself and be the best comic that you can. And don't, because the politics have gotten to me. I've stayed away from the scene. I'm very thin-skinned. I get very hurt. I get very angry. I hold grudges. Some of the things I'm talking about are from over 15 years ago, but I'm working past it. I'm working on being the best comic that I can, and I try to throw away a lot of my old garbage and keep writing new material every day because I think I need to keep working and getting. But that's what I'm focusing. I'm trying to ignore the politics, but I wanted to share the politics with you just in case you encounter it if you're a comic. And that's all I have to say. Have a happy Monday, everybody. Behind the scenes comedy.